The Pinwheel Galaxy is a face-on spiral galaxy distance 21 million light-years away from Earth in the constellation Ursa Major, first discovered by Pierre Méchain on March 27, 1781. It was communicated to Charles Messier, who verified its position for inclusion in the Messier Catalogue as one of its final entries. On February 28, 2006, NASA and the European Space Agency released a very detailed image of the Pinwheel Galaxy, which was the largest and most detailed image of a galaxy by Hubble Space Telescope at the time. The image was composed from 51 individual exposures, plus some extra ground-based photos. On August 24, 2011, a type Iowa supernova, SN 2011 Phae, was discovered in M101. Discovery. Pierre Méchain, the discoverer of Messier 101, described it as a nebula without star, very obscure and pretty large, 6 feet to 7 feet in diameter, between the left hand of Boots and the tail of the Great Bear. It is difficult to distinguish when one lets the wires. William Herschel noted in 1784 that, in my 7, 10, and 20 feet reflectors showed a mottled kind of nebulosity, which I shall call resolvable, so that I expect my present telescope will, perhaps, render the stars visible of which I suppose them to be composed. Lord Rosse observed M101 in his 72-inch diameter Newtonian reflector during the second half of the 19th century. He was the first to make extensive note of the spiral structure and made several sketches. To observe the spiral structure in modern instruments requires a fairly large instrument, very dark skies, and a low-power eyepiece. Structure and composition. M101 is a large galaxy comparable in size to the Milky Way. With a diameter of 170,000 light-years, it is roughly equal the size of the Milky Way. It has a disk mass on the order of 100 billion solar masses, along with a small central bulge of about 3 billion solar masses. M101 is noted for its high population of H2 regions, many of which are very large and bright. H2 regions usually accompany the enormous clouds of high-density molecular hydrogen gas contracting under their own gravitational force where stars form. H2 regions are ionized by large numbers of extremely bright and hot young stars. Those in M101 are capable of creating hot superbubbles. In a 1990 study, 1264 H2 regions were catalogued in the galaxy. 3 are prominent enough to receive new general catalogue numbers: NGC 5461, NGC 5462, and NGC 5471. M101 is asymmetrical due to the tidal forces from interactions with its companion galaxies. These gravitational interactions compress interstellar hydrogen gas, which then triggers strong star formation activity in M101 spiral arms that can be detected in ultraviolet images. In 2001, the X-ray source P98, located in M101, was identified as an ultraluminous X-ray source, a source more powerful than any single star but less powerful than a whole galaxy. Using the Chandra X-ray Observatory, it received the designation M101ULX1. In 2005, Hubble and XMM Newton observations showed the presence of an optical counterpart, strongly indicating that M101ULX1 is an X-ray binary. Further observations showed that the system deviated from expected models. The black hole is just 20 to 30 solar masses, and consumes material at a higher rate than theory suggests. Companion galaxies. M101 has 5 prominent companion galaxies: NGC 5204, NGC 5474, NGC 5477, NGC 5585, and Homburg IV. As stated above, the gravitational interaction between M101 and its satellites may have triggered the formation of the grand design pattern in M101. M101 has also probably distorted the companion galaxy NGC 5474. M101 and its companion galaxies comprise most or possibly all of the M101 group supernovae. On August 24, 2011, a type Iowa supernova SN 2011 Fe, initially designated PTF11KLY, was discovered in M101. The supernova was visual magnitude 17.2 at discovery and reached magnitude 9.9 at its peak. This was the fourth supernova recorded in M101. The first, SN1909A, was discovered by Max Wolf in January 1909 and reached magnitude 12.1. SN1951H reached magnitude 17.5 in September 1951 and SN1970G reached magnitude 11.5 in January 1970. On February 10, 2015, a luminous red nova was observed in the Pinwheel Galaxy by Dumitru Ciprian Vint de Vera from Planetarium and Astronomical Observatory of the Museum, the Vasil Parvan in Balad, Romania.